The RCDE Stadium witnessed a seismic upset on February 1, 2025. Espanyol, battling relegation, stunned reigning La Liga champions Real Madrid with a famous 1-0 victory. This wasn't just any win, it was a statement. Espanyol showed grit and determination against a giant of the game. The result sent shockwaves through La Liga, throwing the title race wide open. For Real Madrid, it was a stark reminder that even on their best days, vulnerability lurks. Real Madrid dominated possession from the first whistle. Their midfield trio of Camavinga, Valverde and Ceballos dictated the tempo. They sprayed passes around the pitch with ease. Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo were constant threats on the wings. They tormented the Espanyol defense with their pace and trickery. Despite their dominance, Real Madrid struggled to create clear-cut chances. Espanyol's defense, marshaled superbly by the veteran Sergi Gomez, stood firm. They threw their bodies on the line to block shots. They cleared every cross into the box. Real Madrid's attacking players cut increasingly frustrated figures. Karim Benzema, Real Madrid's talismanic striker, was kept quiet for most of the match. He was starved of service. When he did receive the ball, he was often crowded out by the Espanyol defenders. The Frenchman cut a frustrated figure as the game wore on. He knew that his team needed a goal, but it seemed elusive. As the second half progressed, Real Madrid's frustration grew. They continued to dominate possession. However, their attacks lacked the cutting edge needed to break down a stubborn Espanyol defense. Espanyol's goalkeeper, Álvaro Fernandez, was rarely called upon to make a save. He was a virtual spectator for much of the match. In the 75th minute, the unthinkable happened. Espanyol, against the run of play, took the lead. A long ball forward was flicked on by Raúl de Tomás. Carlos Romero, the young Espanyol midfielder, latched onto the loose ball. He unleashed an unstoppable rocket of a shot from 25 yards out. The ball flew past Thibaut Courtois in the Real Madrid goal, sending the RCDE Stadium into raptures. The goal stunned Real Madrid. They had been in control for the majority of the match. Now they found themselves trailing to a team that had barely threatened their goal. Carlo Ancelotti, the Real Madrid manager, reacted immediately. He made a triple substitution, bringing on fresh legs in attack. He hoped to inject some urgency into his team's play. However, Espanyol were not content to sit back and defend their lead. They continued to press Real Madrid high up the pitch. They disrupted their rhythm and forced them into mistakes. Real Madrid, for all their attacking prowess, looked bereft of ideas. They huffed and puffed, but they could not find a way through the resolute Espanyol defense. Real Madrid's defensive frailties were exposed in this match. The absence of Antonio Rudiger, sidelined with a muscle injury, was felt deeply. The German center-back brings a calmness and authority to the Real Madrid backline. Without him, they looked vulnerable, especially on set pieces. Eder Militao and David Alaba, Rudiger's replacements, struggled to cope with Espanyol's physicality. They were often caught out of position. They were slow to react to danger. This lack of cohesion at the back made Real Madrid susceptible to counterattacks. Espanyol, to their credit, exploited this weakness effectively. They pressed high up the pitch, forcing Real Madrid into mistakes. They were quick to transition from defense to attack, catching Real Madrid off balance. The absence of Rudiger's leadership and experience was clearly a major factor in Real Madrid's defeat.